Rethink Wealth, catch the wealth mindset. Welcome to Rethink Wealth on Christocentric Station, and I'm your host, Meg Forson. As Proverbs 23 verse 7 says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Today we are here to catch some juices about wealth, to change our mindset, to help our society and our generation. And guess what? Today we have an amazing man here with me, and he is no other than Mr. Kwaku Amoah. Thank you for coming, Mr. Amoah.
Hi, thank you, Margaret.
It's nice meeting you.
Same here.
Yeah, it's been a whole journey having you here.
I know.
Yes.
But thankfully, I'm here. So.
Yeah, exactly. I have a gift for you.
Okay.
And I want you to shake this and choose one.
This was like lottery for me.
Yes. Let me help.
All right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Which Bible verse changed your perspective about life and wealth?
Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you.
That's great. I hope you caught that. Yes. Mr. Amoah, you've been in the banking sector for 15 years.
Yeah.
Can you share a pivotal moment you had through this journey?
Well, thank you, Margaret, for having me here. Of course, the journey it's been a mixed journey. Some very thrilling, some one that you feel your spirit is down. But of course, the what I'm called myself through the journey has been a positive mindset, and it is for which reason I am where I am today. What has engaged me within these sectors has been a spirit of providing solutions to problems,
Yeah.
or what you sometimes would say hypothesis. So offering solution to clients is one of my passion.
Yeah.
And that has been what has actually engaged me in what I do, and that has actually led me to where I am. So anytime I engage with a client and there's a problem, I'm looking for a solution. I'm looking for a way out. I'm looking to get a kind of a result that will change the person. In other words, a kind of a result that will be soothing to the person.
Yeah.
So that makes my whole approach a result-oriented person.
Yeah.
And so that has actually been, what I believe has anchored me in a pivotal, moment in my life. Always looking for opportunities that I can convert them into, something tangible and a solution to others. So definitely that has been my pivotal moment.
Yeah, and I can say that for 15 years, it hasn't been easy, but we thank God that you've had some positive experience and you've been able to solve problems.
Yes, exactly. For 15 years, and exactly when you look at the industry that we are in, I mean, the financial sector, it's a sector that has so many, challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, for a country like Ghana, the financial sector is actually, the hub of the economy. And if the financial sector breaks down, everything keeps crashing down. We know of the reforms that took place, and of course, its effects on businesses. So, businesses are always looking for some solution, and there's no one to turn to than the financial sector, and of course, the financial players. So, as a financial player, if you also don't think outside the box, if you don't think positively, if you don't think results, if you don't take solution, then it means that there's nothing you want to offer or you can offer, the sectors that are more in deficit and that are looking for solutions. So indeed, it's been a mix of a serene and the financial sector. And the financial sector also requires some level of innovation and ingenuity, because you can't play the same way you've been playing all this, right? Because the market keeps, or the era keeps getting dynamic. So you also need to reform yourself and be innovative in your deliverables. So that has been the content of the market. And for me, it's not been one of an easy journey. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you chose the question you took about biblical principles. Yes. How has your biblical principles shaped your business?
Yeah, like the scripture said, the Matthew 6:33, it says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you." And I believe that creation started by saying that He formed you in your image and in His likeness, and He breathed life into you. And it is the same way that I have, that has been the anchor going into any aspect of my life. And so anything I tend to go into, I seek He first. I seek the face of God first, prayer-wise, before I move into it. And that has actually shaped me. First of all, I think that we must understand the spirituality of our creation, of our being, that in satisfying your spirituality, I believe that it would reflect or translate into the material aspect. If you're able to combine this concept, you will see tangible things. So that has been my principle, and that I have used in cutting out my path in my career.
That's interesting. But then I would like to know, have you taken any significant risk that you will never forget in your business career?
Yes, I think the risk I took was in identify a career path. So my late dad was an architect, and growing up, visiting him in his office, I also got the passion also to go into the same career. You go and you see him designing, sketching on his part. So there was that euphoria that, okay, look, it's like, for me, I felt it was going to be like automatic for me to
That
become
you also be an architect.
And then I got a chance to engage with an auntie who got me into the banking and finance, arena. And at a point, I felt that going into the banking and finance space was going to be more like a deviation from what I wanted to pursue.
But did you study architecture in school?
And I did not entirely study architecture, but I think I was on the pathway.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I was on the pathway. So along my tertiary education, I found myself pursuing programs relating to business more than the architecture, because it was more like a deviation. And for me, I felt it was a big risk because I felt that it was a passion that I had that I was deviating from to a path or to a space that I felt was not so known, just because an auntie introduced or mentioned it. So I felt that for me it was a huge risk, but I believe it's paid off. Yeah, I believe it's paid off. So for me, one huge risk I took was my career path.
Your career path.
Yeah.
Wow. So if I am to get, some people, when they're into a particular path, they want their children to follow, and that would be a legacy. So deviating from your architecture to the banking sector, did they feel like you're leaving your daddy's legacy for something else? Or how did you feel like at that moment?
You mean my feeling or my dad's feeling?
Your feeling, or probably.
Well, no, I didn't think about it that way. So I have siblings. I have about 5 siblings.
So you're 6.
We are 6 in all. We have 5 siblings. So I felt that if I chose or I deviated from that path to pursue something different, then if the legacy has to be, continue or maintain, then probably any of my siblings could take up, that course. At the end of the day, it stays within the family.
Yeah.
So I wasn't so disappointed. I wasn't so disappointed, taking that part. But of course, it was a huge risk I took.
Yes.
And rather fortunately, my younger brother is pursuing a career in that path.
Wow.
So I feel that, hey, look.
Thumbs up to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And you've done well. I mean, you've been in for a long time.
That's right.
So did you find a mentor when you started branching into the finance sector?
The truth is that I really did not identify a single person as a mentor.
Okay.
So I think I just built a principle for myself that I need to mentor myself.
How?
Okay, so how? So in mentoring myself, I felt that look, I just need to build knowledge. So by grace and of course with an intention, a clear intention, I developed a passion for acquiring knowledge. So by reading, by following useful, relevant content, listen to contents like podcasts like this,
Okay.
start topics, reading, content that would enhance and then build my knowledge in endeavors that would also translate positively for me. So I think that's how I drove myself. That's how I mentored myself. And as much as I did, these contents were inspired by people that you can mention in the world right now.
Yeah.
You can name them. So I was reading articles by them. I was listening to interviews by them. I was following documentaries made by some of the top media houses, etc., etc. So that's how I mentored myself.
Yeah.
And of course, it was also anchored by my belief in the scriptures. And that's what has held me up to today. And that's how I tell my story.
That's nice. I saw your LinkedIn post where you said you are done with the course on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yes. I was like, oh, that's nice. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Which of the courses?
I didn't take notice of the exact course, but I saw that you are done with the course on LinkedIn recently. Okay. I think I saw it last 2 days or
it
so.
Definitely must be. I think I took a series of courses on LinkedIn. And one area that I've also gained attention to is project management. And so I've been doing a lot of personal learning on LinkedIn on project management. And when you look at project management, it's another program that also opens your scope to new things, to diverse things. Project management comes in the form that you need to combine techniques, tools, several things to get a defined purpose. And that defined purpose must satisfy, again, it's a solution-driven thing, must satisfy people we call stakeholders at the end of the day. So I've developed, that passion to go into project management, and it's a program that I want to do later on. And it just gives you a clear roadmap of what you want to do. So you just don't wake up one day and say that I want to do this and you start doing things haphazardly. It gives you systematic things, and it gives you in a sequence. And whilst it does that, it also looks at various elements, the financial bit that you need to do, proper planning, engagement, human relations issues, communication, and all of those things. So project management, again, tunes your mind to understand how certain things operate in your life and gives you a life that makes you organized in the way you do things. So you want to go to school. You just don't wake up and say, I want to go to school. You must start with project management. They say it's an initiation process. You do what we call a need assessment, analysis. Do I need this? So there are a host of things you will need. But at the end of the day, there are things that will let you say that I don't need this. I don't need this. I need this more. Then you go to the next thing. If I have to go to school, which schools am I choosing? Why am I choosing this school? I have to consider fees. Do I have the capacity? I have to consider location. Am I close? Is it convenient? A whole host of things. So when you look at the project management scope, it's something that reorients you and redefines you and reorganizes you to cut, through a process more systematic. So it's one of the courses that I think I did on LinkedIn that I think I said, I put that caption there that, yeah, I'm done.
It's good that you are trying to branch into other disciplines that will help your career.
Definitely.
And now you are into Chamber of Gold Buyers Association. You are now the CEO. How did that come about?
Oh, okay. So I guess I was introduced to it by a senior colleague, a businessman,
Okay.
who drew my attention to a vacuum that he had identified following the enactment of the Gold Board Act. And when he shared that idea with me, I felt that it was an area that probably we could explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing led to the other. And then I felt that they didn't really require a particular skill, but I think it required a certain mindset. And I think I carry that kind of mindset, so I felt that I should come on board. And it just came so timely that the gold board was now reforming the artisanal small scale sector. So it was like, this is a good time. It wasn't going to be like it has happened. Gold board has done enactment, has done well over a decade or two before we rolling out this concept. So essentially, what the chamber seek to do is to act as an advocate for the artisanal level, particularly the gold buyers who are supposed to buy gold and then trade. But under the gold board, the model is that the government wants to regulate the market and formalize it. So the model is that you can't buy gold and then just ship it out like it was done hitherto. We want to regulate. So anything that you have in terms of gold, you need to sell to me, government. So I can know the revenue I am getting. I can build my FX base, which is foreign exchange, and I can build my gold reserves. And so I can also, curb, if not minimize, smuggling, AML issues, which is anti-money laundering issues, and then the rest. And of course, its transformative effect of rolling out employment, for those that are down, and then ensuring some good social amenities for the communities. So the idea, when I was called into it, I felt that it was so timely. And if it's the case, then we can actually play a role in there, serve as a mouthpiece to the government on behalf of these buyers, so that policymakers can also engage us in forming their policies and reshaping their policies so that it transforms positively for our buyers. So that has been, the rationale and the journey so far being there.
Yeah, I've watched several interviews you've had with Honorable Sami Jemfi, and I'm actually interested in how this reform is going about, how people are becoming more aware of the new acts that the government is bringing on board. So how do you see the gold industry in the next 5 years?
Yeah, what we must understand is that the introduction of anything and everything comes quite difficult in the initial stages. And I think that the reform has also come at that same, or is also experiencing that same, challenges. Change doesn't come easy. Yeah, people tend to resist change, even though it's meant well. But it has to be done, and it has to be done. In the next 5 years, I'm believing that if the path set by the gold board is going to be pursued as planned, I want to believe that we are going to see some massive transformation within the gold sector, because regulating the sector is good. I'll give you some illustrations. So hitherto, the Gold Board Act, we had more or less like a fragmented market. Anyone could mine and then export to anybody. So you had the influx of buyers like Indians, the Qataris and guys from the Emirates and all that, coming into this country to buy.
Without the government being...
No, it was more like a free market, and that's how fragmented the market was. So what it did was that it was an avenue for capital flight. Okay, so when you come in and you buy, you take your gold, the money goes to the miner, the buyer takes the gold, flies away.
That's all.
That's all.
It ends there.
Our mineral is being taken away just like that. Our own mineral that's given to us by God that we are supposed to make good use of it is being taken out. And you see, the transaction happens between one person and the other person. Ideally, if you looked at the reformation and if it had to happen with a government and other parties, then what it means is that the consolidation would help.
Yeah.
Now we have a single pot, everything gets in, and then government will know how to distribute among its social needs. So in 5 years' time, I'm thinking it's going to be positive. Currently, one good thing that I see happening for the miners is that it's going to reform their businesses.
Okay.
So hitherto, a miner thinks that he sells, he gets money, and that is it. But you see, in a business, you need to put structures.
Yeah.
In the business, you need to make sure that you are positioning yourself for a transition, for growth, so that you could move from level A to B or 1 to 2 to 3. That was not the kind of mindset you had with this sort of players downstream, the gold sector, the artisanal level. Their mindset was more like, once I've sold and I have money.
It's mine.
It's mine. I can do anything, So with our reformation, Gold Board is even saying that on weekly basis or monthly basis or quarterly basis, you need to provide some reports. So these things put you on your toe. And the license is also given to you for a year.
Okay.
So you have to renew after a year. So what then it means is that if your structures are not in place, by the next year you want to renew and your structures are not in place, Gold Board can say that, look, we either revoke your license or we put you on suspension.
So it's a way of controlling.
It is a way, but it's also a way of making you shape up.
Okay.
So now you know how to file your taxes, which now gets to go to GRA in the form of income to GRA, which of course GRA is what a representative of the state.
Yeah.
So now taxes can be collected evenly and rightfully. You need to file your PAYE for your employees, which is also an idea whereby once you do that as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you are actually putting your labor force or your human resource force in the right path towards, again, retirement.
Yeah.
You understand? You need to do all of these things. At the end of the day, the market is reforming and the market is opening up. You need investors.
Yeah.
So if you are down there, you need investors. You just can't wake up and say you're going to go to investors. Your books must speak for you. So what then do? You should now begin to look at how you keep your records, get an accountant to do the right things for you, get an auditor to audit your account. So at the end of the year, you can come out with a financial statement that says that, look, this is the true position of my entity. And based on that, you have evidence to go to an investor and say, the investor, this is the worth of my business.
So come and
invest in it. So the reform or the formalization of the sector is going to translate positive. And that's what I'm saying. In the next 5 years, if indeed that trajectory is followed and pursued with all intent, I think that we'll see some massive transformation here.
Wow, that's enlightening. And I would say that you are doing a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, and I hope to see the reform get so well that people will come to understand what you want them to know, and then the people also do the right thing.
I believe so.
Yes. So let's talk about leadership. What leadership tips have you learned throughout your journey? Well,
for me, I prefer the servant leader approach.
Okay.
It's it is more synonymous to what Christ did whilst with us on earth. And I feel it pays more than any of the other type of leadership traits.
Yeah.
So I love to go by the servant leadership role.
Okay.
You tend to embrace. It doesn't mean you don't scold. You do. But it sort of opens your door so warmly and easily to receive any other person. So my approach always at the top had been that I love to use the servant leadership. So I don't go by titles. I don't do titles. I remember I had a conversation with a LinkedIn connection, and the first thing he remarked was that I noticed something. It's quite funny, but let me say it. But I like it. And what is it? Your name is spelled in lower caps. I'm like, yeah. So for him, these are some of the things they see.
Wow.
I don't even talk about it. I didn't even really pay attention to that. Okay. But someone has picked up and is using that to define who I am. You get it?
Yeah.
And I felt like, wow. I mean, this is a remarkable observation.
Yeah.
So that's basically it's me, and that's how I approach my leadership style.
That's good because some Africans think that you have to be the big boss before everyone will know that you are the man. But to find a servant leadership is something that's quite rare or is something that's now coming up. So it's good that you mentioned that servant leadership is very important. And talking about the name, I also realized that your name is Kwaku Amoah on LinkedIn. Do you have any other name, English name or something?
No, I don't have any English name.
Okay.
I'm just known by Kwaku Amoah.
Amoah. Wow.
And I prefer to be known by Kwaku Amoah.
Kwaku Amoah.
You don't call me Mr. Just
Okay,
Kwaku Amoah.
Kwaku Amoah is fine.
It's fine.
Yes.
Otherwise, my first name Kwaku.
Kwaku.
It's enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
I had an experience in one of my workplaces and the teams I led. So I'd moved from one company to another, and more of a mixed culture then, but now to another company that's more of the Ghanaian culture.
Yeah.
And they always want to refer to the leader by the first name, and these are the titles. So Mr. And I'm like, no, I don't want that.
Okay.
Just refer to me like just Kwaku.
Kwaku.
But you see, what you must understand is that I am not, demanding respect, so to speak. I think that you should know that I'm your senior colleague. So it should come so automatic.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone calling me boss. I always say that I use the term senior colleague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, so when I told them that don't call me by my titles, they found it so difficult.
Unusual.
Yeah, they found it so, because you see, the environment where they found themselves, the culture there was address any senior person by the by the title.
Yeah.
Mr. But well, it took me a while, and then a couple of them, felt relaxed too, So for instance, my kid, I tell Abrivia that don't call me daddy.
Hey.
Just call me. So my native name is Ohimin.
Ohimin.
Yeah, so I say that just call me Ohimin. And I started. Then my mom was like, "Why? She shouldn't do that. She should call me daddy." I'm like, "Look, I'm comfortable. I just love the flow.
Yes.
Just love the flow. She feels like it makes her think that I have easy access to the man. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it.
Wow. That's very interesting. I mean, in our setting, to find someone who would love to be addressed by his name. Right. This is Rethink Wealth.
Yeah.
What do you think about wealth?
Well, I say that wealth is your worth. You should know your worth, you should know your value, and that translates into wealth. But again, anchored on religion, or my faith, not religion, my faith. I think that true wealth is when you have defined your spiritual level, if you define your spiritual level, and I think that once you're able to define your spiritual level, it would definitely translate into the tangible, which is the material aspect.
Okay.
So that's how I pursue or I approach wealth, which of course will translate into your mindset, the kind of mindset that you hold. So for me, I always say that know your value, and then it translates into wealth. But know how to define your spiritual need. Once you know how to define your spiritual need, you pursue it. It will automatically translate into a material or tangible things that you're looking for.
Yeah. So
and that leads to prosperity, obviously.
yeah. Someone will ask, how can we identify our spiritual need?
Well, I think again, it doesn't go by any, doctrine per se. I think it's clear in scriptures. It says that if you're troubled, go and pray. So I think it's straightforward to that. If you understand that and you believe that, so go before your maker in prayer. And I think there will be a revelation. The revelation comes in diverse ways. It comes in, you could be watching a documentary. It can come in a dream form. It could be that on that particular morning, you sat in a car and the radio is turned on. There's a particular conversation going on and you get your message in there. It could be that you, for no reason, derive a certain passion for something. You ask yourself, how come all of a sudden I'm passionate about reading this type of topics? That is it. So I think that the foremost thing is to pray for it. And we believe by faith that indeed if you pray, He would avail Himself. So, yeah. And once you find yourself and you identify that spiritual need, I think that any other thing would come so smooth for you.
Wow. So if you are here and you are looking for a miracle to happen, please know that you need to identify your spiritual need and pray to God. And I'm sure He will come through for you. Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Kwaku.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to talk about that you haven't been asked?
Well, no, I think we've delved deep into everything: personal, career, and a bit of spirituality.
Yeah.
I must say that it's been interactive and it's been a session. I would want to make this appeal to you. I would make myself available, depending on your availability and your team's availability. If we could, look at this program, if I should put it, or this interview in a sequel way. So this could be like a part 1. We could do a part 2. We could do a part 3, like in a series, and then see we could pick several topics too. But just so that we could now go into the deeper aspect of, let's say, wealth creation. Then we'll speak extensively on wealth creation and how we can get actual content to our listeners or the audience. So that's what probably I would want to know.
Yeah, we will take note of that. And it's been nice having you.
Nice having you too.
I really appreciate
Thank you so much.
your presence here.
Thank you so
and
much.
I'm sure we've learned a lot about wealth today. And don't worry, he will come again. We'll have this conversation again.
Definitely.
Before you leave, would you like to share your social media platforms?
I don't have any. That's the truth. And that's how simple I am. I mean, that is one of the tangible things I can share, that I'm simple. And I don't have any X. You call it X, right?
Yeah.
Twitter, XX.
I searched, I couldn't find you anywhere.
I don't do it. I've not created a Facebook account before. I don't have your Instagram handles, you call them. I don't have your Snapchat stuff. What I do is LinkedIn.
Yes.
And WhatsApp.
Okay.
Those are the only things.
So your LinkedIn name?
It's Amoah Kwaku.
Amoah Kwaku, of course.
It's Amoah Kwaku. So
no
LinkedIn,
other name.
Yeah,
Amoah Kwaku.
That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Amoah Kwaku, when I say rethink wealth, then you respond, catch the wealth mindset. It's catch, but it's catchier.
Catch the wealth mindset.
The wealth
The wealth
mindset. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Rethink wealth, catch the wealth mindset.